Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Rags to Riches. We have lots to do as usual, so I'm just going to hop in the tractor here and start baling up this hay that we prepped in the last episode. And this might be the last time that we use this square baler because that new straw harvest pack came out and it has a square baler that goes much faster than this one. It has a 25 kilometer an hour working speed versus the 18 kilometers an hour on this one. So yeah, that is a pretty significant speed difference there. So I do want to get that one if possible, but I'm going to try to get it by the next grass harvest, but I'm not quite sure if we're going to be able to because it is pretty expensive. And we do still need to buy a cotton harvester in the next few months. So we got to make sure we save enough money to be able to do that because that thing is about almost $500,000 as well. But speaking of the cotton, I just wanted to clarify a couple things from the last episode. I know some of you said that we're doing too many soybeans and didn't like that I kind of converted half of that field back into soybeans, that field 55 that was cotton originally. So I just wanted to clarify that we are still definitely doing cotton. I left half that field as cotton and we are going to buy a cotton harvester by the fall here. So, but I just kind of wanted to start off a little bit smaller and kind of ease into it just because I hear that cotton can take a long time to harvest because you're kind of limited by the working width of those harvesters. So I just kind of wanted to know what I'm getting into before I commit to doing such a huge field of it. But I am thinking we're still going to kind of do a production chain with that as well. We're going to get a spinnery and a tailor set up to make clothes out of the cotton. And then we're probably going to end up getting some sheep as well to help out because that'll give us some wool production that we can use in those productions as well in case we don't make enough cotton to keep it running full time. But we'll see how the cotton harvest goes, and if it's not too bad, then I'm probably going to convert the rest of that field back into cotton again. And I know we are doing a lot of soybeans right now, and some people are getting sick of them, but there is kind of a reason for it, and that's mainly because it's a relatively easy way to keep a fair bit of money coming in. And that's going to actually allow us to finance all this other stuff, because I think from what I can find, like soybeans are one of the most profitable crops that you can do when like you're accounting for the actual like real life time and effort involved. Because I know like cotton is actually more profitable than soybeans on a like per acre basis, but I was kind of doing some rough math and I think soybeans are actually like almost twice as profitable as like on a per time basis. If you're looking at like the actual time involved in real life. So like the per time profits is kind of a high priority for me right now because we have so much going on at this point. It takes a lot of work to get through kind of each month. So having something that we can do like relatively quick and easy that's going to make us quite a bit of money should kind of allow me to expand into these other things even quicker in the long term, even though I know it's kind of repetitive right now. Because you got to keep in mind that we are pretty rich at this point. We have a lot of money coming in, but we aren't super rich compared to like how much things actually cost in this game. So we definitely don't have like infinite money. So like, for example, to get that cotton harvester, even the cheaper one and the spinnery and the tailor, to get all that set up is going to cost like basically $1 million. And yeah, just doing some kind of rough estimates, even if we had left that entire field 55 as cotton, I think it would take like probably about 4 years or 4 harvests to even break even on that initial investment. So yeah, the idea behind the soybeans is that we can kind of keep a pretty good income coming in without having to do a ton of work for it. So that we can kind of expand into more productions even quicker. Rather than having to kind of save up for years at a time to kind of pay off the previous investments and get new things fired up. So yeah, I just wanted to say that we are definitely still going to be doing other stuff. And not just the cotton and clothing production stuff, but I do have some other production plans as well. We're going to try out a few different things still. So yeah, the soybeans are just going to kind of help us finance all that other stuff. That's kind of the plan anyway, but I do know the soybeans are probably getting a little bit repetitive to watch, so I'll probably just try to condense like each planting and each harvest into one time lapse each, even though like we're going to probably be doing multiple fields of soybeans, but yeah, we'll do like one time lapse each, so hopefully it's not it doesn't get to be too much. But yeah, I think it's just kind of a bit of a necessary evil at this point, just to kind of allow the rest of the stuff to progress a little bit more. But with that out of the way, I also have a bit of an announcement to make because by the time you're watching this video, I should have memberships active on the channel. I've kind of hesitated on activating them, even though YouTube's been kind of bugging me about it for a while, just because I don't really know what to put in there, like what extra I would give you. I don't want to take anything away from like the main channel. So I'm not quite sure what I should put in there. There's nothing in there right now. So like, don't feel obligated to join up or get the membership at all right now. The only reason I did it right now is because YouTube actually offered me like a $200 bonus if I just activated my memberships by September. So yeah, I just kind of wanted to do that because I figured that was a no-brainer because I get that $200 bonus even if nobody signs up. So there was no real downside to doing that. But yeah, I'm not really sure what to put in there. So I want your guys' feedback to let me know like what kind of things you would like to see from a membership. Like if you were to sign up, keeping in mind that like I don't want to take anything away from the main channel. It would just kind of be like extra bonus content kind of thing. But if you have like other channels that you're a member of and you like the way they do things, maybe let me know. Yeah, like any examples that I should look at or just the kind of things that you guys would want to see out of a membership. I'd really appreciate some feedback on that kind of thing. But I have a couple ideas of stuff to put in there. So I am going to be working on getting some content in there pretty soon. So yeah, like I said, don't feel obligated at all. I won't take it personally if anybody doesn't sign up. I just did it now to get that little bit of a bonus there. But if you did want to support the channel, now is not a terrible time to do it because in addition to the bonus that they're going to give me just for activating the memberships for the first 30 days after the activation, they're going to give me like an additional $2 for every member that signs up. So yeah, if you sign up right now, I'll get an extra $2 on top of whatever the membership cost is. Even if you just like sign up for 1 month and cancel again afterwards, I still get that $2 bonus. So yeah, right now your money would go a little bit further if you did just want to support the channel. But again, no obligation. Don't feel pressured at all. But yeah, I would still like feedback about what kind of things you guys would like to see there. But yeah, I think that was all of the kind of housekeeping stuff that I wanted to talk about. So I will just finish up this baling here, and then I'll probably get the bales moved down to a bale shed, and then I will see you back down at the yard. Okay, well, we got all those bales taken care of there. So I'm just going to hop into the AgroStar. It's already right over by our grass field here. And we're just going to bring this over here, and we're going to get a worker started on re-fertilizing this grass field here. So we'll just get that worker going on there, and then I am going to jump down into the sprayer. And yeah, we're going to get a few fields sprayed up. I did go in and change the fill speed of these fertilizer tanks, because if you remember in the last episode, it was taking forever to fill. And yeah, I went in and looked at the XML there, and the difference was that they actually had this fill speed of like the fuel tanks. So the fuel tanks in the base game are 20 liters per second fill speed, and they had that same speed on these tanks in this mod as well. But I looked at the fill speed from the fertilizer tank in the base game is 200 liters per second. So I think they just copied the speed from the fuel tanks rather than the actual fertilizer tank. So I just changed these ones to be the same fill speed as the base game liquid fertilizer tank. So they should be good to go now. And as you can see, that filled up way faster than last time. I think last time it was like 5 minutes of like real life time to fill up the seeder with liquid fertilizer. So yeah, this is going to be much faster. And it is just the same speed as the base game fertilizer. So it's not like it's a cheat or anything. So if we take a look at our map here, we don't need to spray this field, even though we just planted this one because this one was freshly plowed up. So that kind of gets rid of the weeds for 1 year. But we do need to spray this big soybean field that we just planted. And then this soybean field over here as well needs to be sprayed with herbicide. And then this field over here needs to be done as well. And then once this worker is done fertilizing over here, I'm probably going to get him to come down and do a fertilization pass on this grass field down here as well. And then we will pop back to the yard because we have some animals that need to be fed as well. Okay, we got all that spraying done. I think that was all the spraying that we needed to do to get rid of those weeds. That one little field over on the side there, field 44 here, it's a pretty awkward shape to do with that huge boom there. So in the future, I'm probably going to try to do this one with the hoe. I think that'd be a lot easier. We could technically do all of these fields with the hoe, but I mean, it would be a free way to get rid of the weeds because you don't have to apply the actual herbicide. You just kind of drive around, but it does take quite a bit longer because you're pretty limited on working with those hoes. So yeah, it is really nice having that sprayer with that huge boom, especially for doing these big fields like that. Yeah, I'm really glad I got that thing. Makes some of these fields really easy, but yeah, let's run around here quickly. I just want to kind of check on all of our animals, see how we're doing. We'll go check on the buffalo here. I also want to take a look at this bale shed and just see how full we are, because I feel like we're starting to get quite a few bales in there. Oh yeah, we're almost full. 238 out of 250. So we only have room for 12 more bales in here. So we are going to use up a few of those here to make up some more TMR. But yeah, I don't know. We're going to have to do something here. I guess we could dump quite a few into here probably too. Because we were probably... No, they actually have quite a bit of straw left, but we could give these guys quite a bit of hay, although they do have quite a bit of meadow at the moment as well. But yeah, we might have to get a second bale shed or find somewhere else to store some of these because yeah, we're starting to get quite a few bales, and this thing is getting pretty full. But if we go over here, we probably should dump our slurry into that container as well. And I think I mentioned that I was looking at getting like an external slurry tank to be able to store more, but I didn't think there was room. And somebody else mentioned that there might be like an underground tank that you can get as a mod. So I've been meaning to look into that, but I haven't got around to it yet. But I might do that, but we might just wait until I kind of change things up, because I am going to be kind of changing up this entire cattle area as well fairly soonish, I think. So yeah, I might just wait to do that. Until we kind of redesign the whole area. That might make it easier, and then we won't have to use a mod for that either. But yeah, our barn still has 13,000 liters of TMR in there, and our trailer is empty, so we're going to top all this up for sure. So our greenhouses are getting a little bit low on water. I'll probably top those up off camera at the end of the month here probably, but what are goats doing? Okay, they're full of food, and they still have a fair bit of meadow as well. But I noticed they must have changed something at some point, right? Because, I mean, there was a time where if you had food in the trays, like they wouldn't eat the meadow. But now it seems like if there is meadow available, they will eat that even if there is food in the trays. So I swear they changed the way the food is consumed at some point with those goats, but I'm not too sure. And how are we doing in our oil mill here? So we're slowly working through our olives there. There's still quite a few in there. But that is going to be worth quite a bit when it comes time to sell, which I should probably check on here. I think we're getting close to the point where we're at peak price for olives, so we'll probably be selling all that fairly soon. Start to get some more goat milk out, but we should probably get some more the raw goat milk put in there to bottle it up. And then, yeah, I guess that's everything down here. We don't have any grain for the grain mill just yet. A couple more months, though, we will be harvesting that barley and getting that fired back up. So let's just pop over to our other little production area over here. So yeah, we have a couple things of matzah out again, and we're not doing too bad for buffalo milk, but we should probably top those up as well. And then our bakery has got to be almost out of grain by now, I would think. How are we doing? Or flour, I mean. Yeah, we're down to 8,500 liters of flour, so that's probably going to run out this month. But we'll get this bread sold as well, and then yeah, a couple more months. And we'll be harvesting grain again, and then we can get that into the grain mill, making flour, and flour is going to come over here, and we can start our production of our bread again. So, yeah, that's going to be pretty good, but we're not doing too bad. Nothing is really critical at the moment, I don't think, other than our buffalo here. They definitely need more TMR because they are definitely going to eat through that before the month is out. So, yeah, I'm going to run over here, and we will get these guys restocked. So we'll fire up the old John Deere here and back this thing out. And one thing I'm thinking when we do kind of upgrade this area, move things around, I was thinking about getting that like really big barn with like the automatic feeding robot. I'd like to kind of give that a try and see what that is like. So yeah, that could be pretty interesting, but I mean, that thing is pretty expensive, so we'll see how it goes. We'll play that by ear, but that is definitely an option. So we'll get this telehandler fired up as well. Get this moved out of the way here, and then yeah, I'm gonna top up the wagon, dump it out to make sure our barn is topped up, and then I'll probably back it back out and refill it again, just so it's good to go for a little while. I'm gonna make sure to open our context menu here for this one so we can kind of keep track of how our mixture is doing, to try and avoid the situations we had before where I kind of mixed it up wrong and ended up kind of spoiling all of our TMR that we had in there. So yeah, I'll just get some bales out here and get this mixed up.
Moving forward.
All right, well, our barn is all topped back up and our wagon is full of TMR again, so we should be good to go there for a while. I originally pulled out some extra straw because I was going to put some straw in here as well, but then I remembered you have to actually use a straw blower, so we'd have to go hook a tractor up to this thing, and it takes a little while and everything, so I just didn't really feel like dealing with that right now, but they have straw in here anyway, so I'm not too worried about it. So I think we are actually almost good to go to move on for this month. I'm just going to jump over to our fertilizer tractor and we'll bring him back to the yard because he's just still sitting in the field over here. So we'll bring this back and drop it off, and then I'm going to run around and double check all of our fields and everything because, oh man, these curbs, like, that's not even like an actual curb. Like, I was right in the space. Like, that was the proper lane to drive through, and that tiny little lip just stopped me dead. Curbs are just absolutely ridiculous in this game. I know I've said that a few times before, but I mean, it continues to amaze me how bad the curb physics are here. And yeah, we still have quite a bit of room on this area as well, so I'm thinking, let's just block traffic for a minute. But yeah, I'm thinking this is probably going to be a good place to set up some additional productions. That was always kind of the plan for this area. So yeah, we have lots of room over here as well. We still have some extra room down here. I was almost thinking about getting a third dairy to see if we could squeeze a third dairy in this spot right here, just because if I do do a buffalo expansion over there, we are going to be making even more milk. So we could probably run a third dairy and really pump out some matzo here, but we do still have quite a bit of space over here as well. Like if we pop into the construction menu here, yeah, there's still a fair bit of room along this side and kind of over here to do some stuff. I do kind of want to leave a lane to be able to drive through. This is actually pretty convenient because some of these other roads are kind of tight to get down to the farmer's market. We go down this road quite a bit, so yeah, I want to leave a nice wide lane through here as well, just to make it easy to load from all these productions. But yeah, we do have a few more factories that I want to get, so it would be kind of cool to get something like a soup factory and then get into some veggies and stuff, but I mean, this thing is pretty huge. But the other ones, I mean, a preserved food factory would be pretty good too. And then we could make like kimchi that would give us something kind of different to do with our greenhouses. So I'm definitely considering doing that one. But then I think to deal with like all of our cotton, especially if we continue to expand cotton, we are going to get a spinnery, which I think is, where's the spinnery? Yeah, we can get a spinnery like this guy. And I think there was a smaller one, wasn't there? Yeah, this guy right here. Still fairly big, but we could easily kind of fit that somewhere in here. And then the tailor shop as well, which is, where's that one? Yeah, this guy right here. So we could probably fit a spinnery and a tailor right in here as well. So that's kind of my plan. And there is the potato processing plant. Like, you can buy it, but but there is one on the map here that is buyable as well. Like you can place your own, or you can just go buy this one. Which I think is, how much is that? 360. So I think it's the same price as the one you would place down. But then it's kind of already got its own little place here. And then that would be kind of an additional step we can do with our oil. But we would also need potatoes. So we could start a potato farm somewhere on one of these fields. And then we already make the oil. So then, yeah, that's the two things you need in the potato plant is oil and potatoes, obviously. So yeah, I was thinking about trying to buy this place right here and then, yeah, starting up some potato chips or something like that. Yeah, there's a few other places that we can actually buy rather than having to dedicate more of our own land to building productions. But I do still want to buy this piece of land as well. And then there's a big flat piece of land right in here that I think would be pretty good for productions, especially like expanding any of our wood productions because we already have our sawmill right here. So yeah, definitely lots more I want to do. So not gonna quit this game or quit this save just yet, but I do think we're gonna start up a new one right away here. So yeah, I know I've kind of asked before what you guys wanted to see in a new series, but I have some ideas already, but I would kind of like to hear any more suggestions that you have for what would be a good new series to start. And I know when that like Highlands fishing update comes out, like I really want to start a new playthrough on that map for sure. So I'm almost looking for something like kind of a challenge that we could maybe do a little bit faster in the next like month or two until that new pack comes out. Would be kind of a good way to kind of bridge the gap between this series and the new series that I want to start on that Highlands map. But yeah, definitely not done with this one either. There's still quite a few of things I want to do. And I mean, honestly, like personally, I know like views have been down on the channel a lot, and I think some people are thinking it's getting really repetitive, but honestly, this stage of the game is like almost my favorite when we just have like massive machinery and a whole bunch of things going on at once. And we can just have like multiple workers working in multiple fields at once, and there's just a ton of stuff to do. And you really get to the point where you can kind of like rapidly expand and upgrade equipment, and you just have tons of huge stuff going on. So yeah, this is kind of my favorite stage of the game. So I'm really not ready to end this one just yet. But yeah, I think it'd be a good time to start a bit of a new challenge as well. One thing I was really considering was like a contracts only challenge, maybe on one of those maps that has like additional fruit types. And then yeah, we could kind of use contracts to experiment with a whole bunch of different things. Maybe be a little bit more lax on the leasing rule. I was thinking like maybe not leasing the equipment through the contract, but you could still lease equipment through the store. So then you'd have to be a little bit more careful. But yeah, I was thinking a contracts only challenge might be a good way to kind of bridge the gap. And then we could kind of set like a predefined goal, like how long would it take to earn $1 million or earn $10 million or something of just like straight earnings, not necessarily having like 10 million in the bank. But yeah, I don't know, just an idea. But yeah, I would like to hear what you guys think about that as well. But yeah, I think other than that, I'm just going to run around and double check all of our fields. I won't make you guys watch all of that, but yeah, I just want to kind of pop around and make sure I'm not forgetting anything. And then I'm probably going to fill up these greenhouses, top those up with water off camera as well. And then I'll kind of see you guys back later this evening, and then we will probably just advance to the next month because yeah, I don't think, unless I'm forgetting something, I don't think there's anything else we have to do right now. Okay, well, as far as I can tell, yeah, we don't have anything else to do this month. All of our fields are good to go. I did run around, I did top up the water in the greenhouse there, and I also moved some of the milk over. So I moved the raw goat milk over to our dairy over here to keep making bottled goat milk. And I transferred the buffalo milk from the barn over to those dairies. And then I also drained out the slurry from the cattle barn or the buffalo barn into the slurry tank there. So that thing is actually full. I forgot that it actually still had some slurry in it from last time as well. So that thing is basically full now. So we'll give it like another day, and then we can do a couple trips down to do a slurry sale as well. But yeah, I think everything else is good to go. So we're just going to run over here, and I'm going to feed the dog. And I think we can advance to the next month here. Okay, good morning, everybody. Welcome to May, and it looks like we have another tornado happening at the moment. So we definitely have some rain going on. I don't see the tornado right near us anyway. We don't have any immediate danger, but let's check our map here and see if we can find this thing. Okay, it's down here right now. So which direction is it going? Let me just speed up time here a little bit. And then we should be able to kind of see where it's going. Is it not going to move while I'm in there? Huh. Is it just not moving at all? Okay, well, I'm going to run down and take a quick look at it here. So luckily now we have a, whoops, I smashed into the fuel tank. That's probably not good. But yeah, we do have a convenient pickup truck here to be driving around in. Oh, I got to remember to drain the diesel out of this thing just because it's way too heavy. This truck is pretty speedy otherwise, but with nearly 2,000 liters of diesel in there, it is feeling a little bit sluggish, but I'm just going to drive down here and take a look at this tornado here. Ooh, that steering's a little bit twitchy. Okay, we can see it down there. It's a little bit close to the end of that cotton field, so I want to just double check that and make sure it's not going to hit that. Not that there's really anything we can do about it, but I just kind of want to see which direction it's going right now. So we'll just do a little storm chasing over here. So our cotton field is just right over there. That's the corner of the field. So if it's coming this way, we could get hit here. So let me speed up time, and I just want to see. It is like barely moving at all, but it is going away from us. So it's kind of destroying some of those trees along the way. It is kind of interesting the way it turns these broken trees into these crazy looking stumps here. So yeah, there's a little bit of destruction going on along here. Oh man, it's really going to destroy this forest. Going right through that area. That's crazy. A lot of those trees are getting wiped out. I was probably never going to do anything with that forest. I was thinking about buying this piece of land eventually, just because there's a huge amount of extra land. If we buy some of these fields, we could make some giant fields down in this area. We would have to clear out some of this wood, but I mean, if this tornado is going to destroy them, it's not really going to hurt anything for our future plans. Luckily, we got away from it this time without having any damage. Last time we had a tornado, it did quite a bit of damage to our poplar field there, but luckily I think we're going to get away with this one with no damage, so that's pretty good. I'm just going to run back to the yard here, and then, yeah, I guess we'll see what we want to do. It's kind of raining, so there's not a whole lot we can do. I don't really want to do any field work. Not that there's a whole lot we can do anyway. I think we have to do one more fertilizer pass on one field or something, or I can't remember. Maybe all of our soybeans need to be refertilized. Yeah, we probably do have to do that actually. So yeah, probably going to do some fertilizing, but I kind of want to wait until the storm is over before we do that. So maybe I will load up some products while we are waiting here, because we do have some bread to sell. I'm sure there's some other things we need to do. We probably have more wood products out as well we can sell, and I'm sure we got a couple pallets of matzo we can sell. So yeah, we should probably do a little bit of selling, get some more money in the bank. So let's hop over to our truck with our flatbed here. And I guess we can just start down at this end since we're already here. Just pull this ahead a little bit and we'll hop in the forklift there and we'll get that bread loaded up, as well as this mozzarella. And then I'll double check on our prices and stuff and see what else we want to sell. Actually, let's do that right now. So, oh man, our bread is really not at a great price, but like I said before, I don't really want to leave like perishable stuff out. It's kind of ridiculous. Even right now, it's just kind of sitting out in the rain. So that bread would probably be not in great shape after this, but luckily the game doesn't really penalize you for that. But I kind of wish there was a way to just like leave it inside the building until you're ready to sell it without it actually distributing. Not that I think distributing would be fine right now because we don't have any other productions that use bread, but yeah, I think we could switch our bakery to, where is that? Yeah, we could, I think, change that to distributing. And I might be wrong, but yeah, I don't think there's anything else that we can use bread for. So I think it would just stay in here if you leave it to distributing, and then it'll just kind of stay inside the building, and then it wouldn't be left outside in the rain. Oh, I should probably turn down our time scale here a little bit. Now that storm is over. So yeah, maybe you will just leave that at distributing now, and then you can just switch it to selling when you're ready to sell, and then it will come out, or not selling, storing, and then it will come out to the outside. But yeah, I wish there was a way to just like leave it storing inside of the building and just activate the loading zone whenever you wanted to store it, so it's not sitting outside. But not really a big deal. Not much we can do about it. So I just wanted to double check in our prices in here. Okay, so we're actually we have a pretty good price for olive oil right now. So I might just go ahead and sell all of that, everything we have built up right now. That'll be a decent little chunk of change. I might do a quick wood sale as well, just because we don't have a ton of stuff ready to go. So I can probably get this all in one load. So yeah, it's good to try and keep on top of this wood stuff because it does build up pretty fast, and then it can be quite the pain to load it all up at once. But so yeah, we'll probably get our wood products out of there, and then we'll sell our olive oil. And then our bread, I think, and then probably other perishable stuff like the buffalo mozzarella and the bottled goat milk will sell as well. Yeah, we'll get that out of the way, and that's probably going to be it for now. But that should get us a fair bit of money back in the bank, and then we can kind of see if there's anything else that we want to purchase or what our next step should be here. Actually, oh yeah, nothing else came up in the used vehicle sale. I never did check that before. I think this thing was in there before, but it's just a tiny spader thing that we don't really have any use for. So yeah, I'll just hop into the forklift here and get some products loaded up and sold, and then we'll see what we can spend that money on. Okay, well, we got all that stuff sold, so that was pretty good product sales. We're up to 560 grand again, so we're doing pretty good. We could technically afford that cotton harvester right now, but I don't know. I'm going to think about that for a minute because we could maybe buy that other baler as well from that straw pack. Or we could start buying some new productions or something like that. But yeah, I'm going to think about that a little bit more. But this Volvo truck is starting to get a little bit low on fuel. Well, I mean, I think it still has like half, but I was going to top it up. So I figured I might as well grab our little service truck here. And I'm not actually exactly sure how this is going to work, but I wanted to top up the Volvo with our service truck to start draining some of this fuel out, but I'm not quite sure if maybe I have to have the back open. Like, what if we go like that? I wonder if I have to be in the other vehicle. So I'm just going to drive around with the truck and see if I can get it. Oh, yeah, there it goes. There's a refill notification. Oh, it automatically repaired it slightly too when I got close there. Oh, actually, I want to check. I just want to see if the back actually has to be open. So I'm going to fold that back up and then jump back into the Volvo. And I want to see if we can still refill it. Okay, perfect. That's good. Because I think with the back open, it will automatically repair any vehicle that it comes close to. But I don't necessarily want it to be repairing all the time if the back is open. So that's good that you can refill it separately from that. So yeah, let's get that thing refilled. Okay, perfect. That must have like a sped up fill speed from that truck or something because that was pretty quick. But yeah, we're full now. That didn't use a whole lot of fuel, but we'll continue to work on that. We're going to get this truck drained down and get that other fuel tank over there drained down, and then we can refill this, or fill for the first time, this new fuel tank over to the side there. We probably didn't really need to buy that one just yet because, yeah, it's probably going to be a while before we actually drain out the rest of this other fuel and have a need for that big tank, but I figured we might as well grab it while we were grabbing those other liquid fertilizer tanks as well, because we're pretty set up for tanks now. I think we have pretty much everything we need. We have seeds and solid fertilizer and liquid fertilizer and herbicide and a nice big fuel tank over here. So yeah, we're pretty set up for the yard. I'm definitely liking how this is looking, but yeah, we definitely have some more fertilizing to do this month. So I think I'm going to get right to that as well. So we'll jump in this guy and get her filled up. She's almost full, but if we jump into our map here and take a look, so we still need to do another fertilizer application on our big sunflower field right here. And then the little sunflower field over here needs some as well. And then I think I'm going to run around this field as well, just because, I mean, it's mostly got 2 applications, but you can see it's like really patchy. I still don't know why it turned up like this. Yeah, I have no idea why it came out so patchy like this, because like I just plowed in this field and then planted right after. So it all should have been at the same stage. So I don't know why it did it like that, but we are going to go over it one more time just to make sure we get fully filled in, get a full yield bonus as much as we can on that field. And then we do still have one more field. This is our olive grove over here that needs to be fertilized, but I don't think we can do that yet. I might double check, but where's our olives? Yeah, I don't think we can do that until like June or July, whenever it advances into another grow state. So yeah, we're still a little ways away from being able to do that. And then I just wanted to pop over here and visit our olive field, or not our olives, our poplars as well, just to kind of see how this field is doing. What stage are we at here? If I can get, okay, we're at 12. So 12, so this would be 13, 14. So we should be harvesting our poplar in July here, I believe. So we also need to make sure we leave enough money to buy another wood chip storage shed, because that is 100 grand, and I want to put another one of those like right down in here, so that when we're taking the wood chips off of this field, we can dump them right into that shed over here. Because last time we had to ferry them all the way down to our wood chip shed over here, which was quite the trip, and that took quite a while to go in here. So yeah, I think having a shed right here is going to make that a lot easier. So yeah, that's only 2 months away. So we got to make sure we leave 100 grand for that. In fact, I might probably going to use some of this money right here to buy that, make sure we get that out of the way. And then I think there was one other thing I wanted to buy that we really needed right away, but I can't really remember for sure at the moment. So yeah, anyway, I'm going to hop into the fertilizer tractor here and get those few fields fertilized. We can hold quite a bit of fertilizer in here, but I'm not sure if we actually have enough to be able to do this entire field in one go, but yeah, it's fairly easy to refill if we need to. So yeah, I'll just hop over here and get all this fertilization done, and then we'll pop back to the yard and see what we want to do after that. Okay, we got all of that fertilization done, so this field is fully fertilized now. Our big soybean field is fertilized as well. There's a tiny little spot of weeds that I apparently missed when I was doing the spraying, but I mean, it's just like 3 or 4 little weeds in there, so it's probably not really gonna make a difference, so I'm just gonna leave those. But yeah, that completes all of our fertilization that we need to do except for the olive field, but we can't do that one yet. And yeah, that is basically all we need to do for planting for this year, this spring anyway. So yeah, all of our initial spring planting is done. So now we're good until, I guess until August is going to be our next planting, when we replant our canola field after the harvest. But yeah, other than that, we are all done for all of our planting and fertilizing and spraying for a couple months anyway. So yeah, we're probably gonna wrap this episode up here. We got quite a bit done today. There's still quite a bit I want to do, but yeah, I gotta decide what I want to do with this money, or if we're gonna keep saving it for a little bit. But yeah, there's quite a few different things that we could get, so gonna think about it for a little bit. I already spent a little bit of it. I refilled our solid fertilizer silo because that one ran out. I wasn't quite sure if I should refill it. It is pretty expensive to totally fill this thing up, but I mean, I think we're gonna run through that fertilizer because we are still using it, as you can see, quite a bit. Eventually, I think I would like to get a second sprayer that would just be for fertilizer. I guess we could technically like dump the herbicide out and refill it with fertilizer every time, which wouldn't be terrible. I guess that is an option as well. But yeah, for now, I think that AgroStar with that fertilizer setup works pretty well. So yeah, I did decide to refill this thing one more time. So we'll probably try to drain this out, and then maybe the next time we run out, we'll think about maybe getting another sprayer or doing something. But yeah, we won't have to worry about that for a little while now. We do still need a tractor fertilizer, I think, to be able to deal with our olives, because that sprayer can't really go in between the rows. Like, I mean, I guess we could delete a row like I talked about before, and then the sprayer could run in between there. But yeah, I'll think about that too. That is still an option. We did end up with a lot of olives after that last harvest, so I don't think it would be a big deal to lose one row in there. But yeah, we have lots of stuff I still want to do here, so yeah, I'm going to end this one here, and we'll pick it up again right where we left off. There's not a whole lot else we're going to do this month, I don't believe, because yeah, we're pretty much done everything we can do in our fields. So yeah, it's probably just going to be a little bit more animal care, keeping everything fed for now. I think we are going to have to run down and re-top up the sawmill at some point as well this month. So yeah, probably just a couple small things that we need to do, and then we can probably start moving on. Skip ahead a few months until we're ready to kind of start harvesting our barley and our canola. And then yeah, we'll be super busy again throughout the fall. So. And I do still definitely want to buy that wood chip storage shed in the next episode there, but I want to spend a little bit of time kind of laying it out, thinking about how I want to organize that piece of land there, because I do still want to like potentially leave it open for maybe some other productions or something like that. So yeah, I just need to spend a little bit of time kind of playing around with that. But yeah, I think we're just going to end this one here. So thank you a bunch for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you enjoyed it. And yeah, don't forget that memberships are open as well. So yeah, if you did want to support the channel, that is an option. And I will work on getting some content in there as well. But other than that, hope you enjoyed this one, everybody. And I will see you again soon in the next one.